5 minutes. Yeah, watching this video for 5 minutes can help change the world. Hey, I'm Brandon Palmer, Peace Ambassador of Global Peace and Unity for Humanity, which aims to unite the world peacefully in the light of international law. Whether it's between individuals, among communities, or nations, GPUH is committed and driven to promote peace by supporting the compassionate understanding of others, respectful assertion of needs, and collaborative dialogue in conflicts. GPUH arranges educational seminars, virtual events, campaigns, and promotions on various digital, social, and print media channels to achieve its awareness goals. Misunderstood Freedom of Expression, one of GPUH's most recent initiatives, took place to raise awareness about one of the most fundamental human rights, the right to freedom of expression. Freedom of expression is an essential part of human life. We as humans are expressive by nature. We communicate with each other to share our thoughts, ideas, feelings, suggestions, recommendations, and so much more. We have the right and freedom to express ourselves, be it appreciating, acknowledging, condemning, criticizing, etc. The aim of the campaign is to clarify misunderstandings and misconceptions about this important human right. GPUH designed this awareness campaign in the light of Article 10 of the UK Human Rights Act 1998, Article 19 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, or the ICCPR, and Article 10 of the European Convention on Human Rights, or the ECHR, that clearly explains what the right to freedom of expression allows and what it does not. According to the aforementioned articles, the exercise of these freedoms, since it carries with it duties and responsibilities, may be subject to formalities, conditions, restrictions, or penalties as are prescribed by law and are necessary in a democratic society. In the interest of national security, territorial integrity, or public safety, for prevention of disorder or crime, for the protection of health or morals, for the protection of reputation or rights of others, for prevention of the disclosure of information received in confidence, or for maintaining the authority and impartiality of the judiciary. It clearly means freedom of expression is not an absolute right. It must be exercised within certain limits. It needs to be understood that many individuals, groups, or publications who exercise this right without any duty and responsibility are in fact violating and misusing these articles. One must not forget that there are rights of others too. The right to privacy, the right to be respected, the right not to be offended, the right not to be discriminated against, the right not to be hostile, and so on. Therefore, to raise his awareness that freedom of expression is not an absolute right and must be exercised within certain limits, GPUH organized a full-scale awareness campaign primarily in the UK. The campaign was run on London Underground, where hundreds of thousands of people traveling throughout London Underground at King's Cross saw and applauded the campaign. On London buses that passed through major central London areas including Oxford Street, Trafalgar Square, Parliament House, Piccadilly Circus, Knightsbridge, Hyde Park, and many more bus routes. On digital billboards, including one at High Holborn, London, ran for one full week serving both pedestrians and drivers. On TV channels, weekdays and weekends during prime time to reach the mass Greater London community. On social media, including all the major platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. In print media, an advertisement was placed in one of the most read newspapers in the UK, The Mirror, and also UK's most trusted Law Society official magazine, The Law Gazette. And last but not least, on the streets, where flyers were handed out to people, posters were pasted on prominent retail spots, talks of Londoners outside Royal Courts of Justice, Parliament House, and in Hyde Park, famous for its Speaker's Corner. The campaign attracted the attention of millions of people from across the UK and beyond. Large numbers of people came to know the limitation of the right to freedom of expression for the very first time. They acknowledged the impact of the campaign, and we felt our achievement already, because at GPUH, we believe in making an impact, not an impression. Now we humbly invite you to become part of this peace revolution. Spread the word among your people, in your community. If you're a student, share and educate your friends and classmates. If you're an employee, discuss it with your work colleagues. If you're running a business, educate your workforce. If you're a politician, talk about it on Parliament floor and other international platforms. Whatever situation you may be in, raise this awareness around you. Help us make this part of the curriculum in schools and colleges workplace policies, and corporate responsibilities for businesses. Because together, we can build a peaceful and united world. May peace and unity prevail across the globe.